Lights, camera, action. Let's start the show. Here's a little bit of wedding advice from me to help your love story unfold. Welcome back, lovebirds. This is your wedding series, and we are planning your wedding from the age of 14. I know nobody gets married at age 14, but we've already fast forward into the age in which you got engaged, and everybody gets engaged at different ages. So it's going to depend on when you get engaged that you will be listening to this portion of the series. But in season 1, we did talk about a lot of really good stuff that's going to help you prepare and plan for your wedding and for your marriage the right way. So I do suggest that you go back and give a good listen to season 1. It's very spicy, it's very juicy, and it is definitely different from season 2 and 3. But we are in season 3 today, and we are in episode 12, and we're talking all about your engagement photos. Now, I know we already talked about the photo shoot itself, who pays for the photo shoot, and how to prepare for the photo shoot, finding the right photographer and things like that, the location, the inspo for your attire, the theme, the backdrops, and all of those goodies. But today we're talking about what happens when you get the engagement photos back. And I think a lot of couples, they get the engagement photos back and they've already started all this other planning. As you can see, we've already got our venue by this point. We've already had some wedding dress shopping, and a lot of amazing things are going on in the wedding planning process. But now you have those engagement photos back, and it's just kind of like they get forgotten. They're left on a drive, some form of drive, or some kind of link that your photographer maybe gave to you. And so they're beautiful, they're gorgeous, and you're very excited that you have them. But a lot of people stop there, or they jump straight to social media and posting, and they didn't remember anything else when it came to the photos. I want to stop you before you get to social media, and there's a reason why. Once you put everything on social media, it's like, okay, well, I'm done. I've checked that off. Let's let's go on to the next task that I need to do in this planning process. And so the reason why I want to stop you there is because I don't want you to stop at social media. So we're going to put social media down on the list. You're not going to post just yet. This is just some advice from me. It's going to help you to be able to just cater to this memory a little bit more than just social media, okay? So before we had social media, we had photo albums, like tangible photo albums. We also had the online digital albums that started to come around, and people started having even more pictures and videos because of all of this, right? We didn't have that many pictures and videos that we were taking of each other or of ourselves, and every single outfit that we wore every single day and things like that. It's just gotten to be out of control. But you have a wedding photo album, right? This is a great time to take out your wedding photo album and look and see how many pictures you've added to it thus far during your engagement era. I bet you have not added many pictures in there, if any at all. Even though I've been reminding you as your content creator, you guys know that I create content for weddings, events, parties, travel, brands, and UGC. And with that, when it comes to weddings, I'm reminding you about memories that are along the way in the engagement era time of your life, and how to every step, you started with the proposal. I suggested that you print out those photos and that you put them in the photo album. Don't forget to do that. And the reason why is because they said the proposal is the first scene that starts this whole thing off, right? It's the beginning. And if you forget to put the proposal photos in there and then you just get to the wedding photos, and that's fine. You can start with your wedding photos if you just want a wedding album. That's okay too. But if you were trying to have a commemorative, a memory book for the entire journey, you forgot the first part that happened that was so amazing as to the reason why you are here, and that's the proposal. So make sure that you're printing out pictures starting with the proposal. I suggested that when you went to your engagement party, that you also had some amazing candid photos from the engagement party. Now, as your content creator, why would I care that you have all this stuff? Well, because I take pictures and I take videos. They're candid, they're by cell phone, they're fun, they're amazing, they're awesome. And so I'm trying to remind you to do these things. And if you're not going to do them, then let me do them. Hire me to be your content creator, because you want to go back and look back on your engagement era and not just have to open your phone or go in and log into some link in order to see all of your photos and videos somewhere digitally. It's just not the same. It's not the same. So take out your album, take out your wedding album, or take out your memory book for your engagement era and take a look at it. What do you see? Is it filled with your proposal photos and candids behind the scene on how that day went? Now turn the page. Does it have your engagement photos your engagement party photos from your party that you had? Hopefully you did get to have a party. Not everybody does, I know. But if you did have one, does it have photos in there? Did you get one of just you and your fiance? Remember that we're not just doing the group pictures or individual pictures with our family and friends, but that we're also getting one or two or three of you guys as the happy couple that day, as well as some individual shots because you want to keep memories of your little outfits that you're wearing to every event, I'm sure. So go ahead and turn the page again. After the engagement party, you probably went wedding dress shopping. I know that if you're following on here with my wedding planning that I'm doing with you guys, I'm taking you step by step. And so you would have definitely gone like bridal dress shopping, wedding gown shopping, and hopefully you said yes to the dress and you've got a picture of you, not with the dress, obviously, but you can have that separately to put in later into the album. You don't want to put that into the album just yet. And so you probably have some pictures of you guys at the actual boutiques, which is really nice. And when you said yes to the dress, a group picture of all of you, and then one, of course, by yourself with the boutique information in the backdrop. Maybe they have like a nice wall or something. Remember, we talked all about that. And so then you want to turn the page again. Now, at this point, you may have had a bridesmaid's proposal. And so with the bridesmaid's proposal, you wanted to have been adding in some pictures from that as well. So you've already had 4 wedding events, engagement era events, right? 4 major ones. There may have been some other stuff you may have had along the way as well up until this point before you get your engagement photos back. And so did you put those in there? Are they there yet? Are they there yet? Are they there yet? This is a reminder for you to go put them in there. Go take out your printer. Remember I said you guys should have a printer at home so that you can print these things out at home in whatever size that you want to print them out in. Now, if you don't want to get a printer to make your life a lot easier for all of this, then you can head on down to the store and go get them printed out, or you can do a little order online if that's your jam. Then you can do it that way as well. But I did suggest, to make your life a lot easier, to just have a printer. They're very inexpensive right now, and they're even giving out free ink for a lot of them. And so it helps you to get on your way with this. I got 6 months of free ink, and I'm so excited because I can print as much or as little as I want, and the ink just keeps coming. It's super great. So yeah, you're going to have your engagement photos now, and maybe you left a couple of pages free for those, or maybe you can just, after you had the say yes to the dress or the bridesmaid's proposal, you can just now add in pages for your engagement photos. You don't have to print out every single picture. Let's not be crazy here and put them in the album, but you want to print out some key ones that really, really stood out. Don't feel like you have to like minimize these photos in any way. Like, just grab some, use, your best judgment on how many. I don't really want to say like how many you should have, because that's up to everybody, what they want to do when it comes to how many pictures they want per page. So, or per event. So now you've got your engagement photos printed out and you've put them in the photo album. What is another way that you can share your engagement photos that we did with the proposal photos? Well, at the engagement party, I suggested that you take a second step, which was printing them out to be large enough to be seen on like a table or even on one of those easels that are standing or that's table size. Either way, you wanted to print out some of those proposal pictures to have at the engagement party. So now that we have the engagement photos, the professional engagement photos, you can now print those out as well to be that size, either something that you feel like is large enough to go on a countertop, a tabletop, or something that is, wide and tall enough to be seen on an easel. So that once again, you have to use your best judgment, because, that can be as big or as small as you want or that you can afford. Now for this, you're more than likely going to have to go out and go get it printed out at one of the office supply stores, just because, or an art supply store, only because like you probably don't have a large enough printer to print these out at home. So you want to go ahead and make a little trip to the store or send in an order online and then have them shipped to you. Either way is just fine. A canvas is really nice too if you want it to later on be displayed in your home as a canvas. That's super, super simple. And you can just go ahead and get a canvas now, and then you can display it on a table at your next wedding events. So you have some other events that are coming up. Hopefully you're going to have a wedding shower, a bridal shower, and things like that to celebrate you two, as well as a rehearsal dinner. So you've got at least 3 that most people will have, not everybody that they will have, and then you'll be able to display those around at those events if you get them printed out in the larger prints. Now that you have done that, now that you have printed them out for your photo album, you've printed them out for future events so that they are a larger size, you've done those 2 things, now you can share them on social media. You see why I said social media last? Because if you do social media first, most people, they're going to be like, you know what, I'm done. Like, I'm good. I checked this off. Okay, engagement photos are done. Yay. And so they stop there, and then their wedding photo album, their tangible album, or their memory book is empty. And they're scrounging for pictures to use at their next wedding events. They don't have anything ready to go. So if you do these things along the way, you just, adding them into the task board. We've gone step by step. We're literally in season 3, episode 12. So we've had a lot of episodes per season, and each one is going in order to help you to plan your wedding. So you're without excuse, ladies. You don't have to go look up all this stuff online. You can just follow with me here every single day. You can ask questions and all the good things. We can just hang out and talk about weddings. So now that you have all of this is what we're doing with the engagement photos. We are at the budget binder. Who is paying for this? Who is paying for these engagement photos to be printed out? So this is the printed out portion of them. Who's paying for the printouts? This is going to be paid for by the bride-to-be. And so this is where, she would have been saving since she was 14 years old, so that she does have money to purchase some of these items, some of these things. And so traditionally she would be paying for this portion of the wedding items. We are now at Be My Guest. This segment, I love it so much. I smile so big every time I think about this segment. I am looking for guests. Your content creator podcast, your wedding series podcast is looking for people to be my guest here on the show. So if you've gotten your engagement pictures back, you've had that photo shoot, how was it? Was it exciting? Did it go the way you planned? And now that you have the photos back, do they look the way that you felt? Do they look the way that you felt that day? Or are you like, oh my gosh, I thought it looked so much different. The wind was blowing, so my hair got messed up. Or did everything just come out so nice? Just like, wow, this is beautiful. This is great. I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you. I want to hear how things went, whether you are a bride or whether you're a groom. You two can do the show together. We can hang out, we can talk, and you'll get to share your experience with the audience, with the world. Other people are planning their weddings and they are trying to figure this out. They're trying to figure this out. And we're in a digital age where everyone's online. Everyone is checking out social media to find answers to things. So why not get a chance to share your story on a wedding series podcast? And that's what this is. It's your wedding series podcast. You'll get the chance to share what the engagement photo segment of the planning has been like, and getting back your photos and what it was like. And then if you've got some great tips on where you went to have those larger prints printed, I know that like my brother had, found a really good place for when he went and got some pictures printed out during like their maternity season. And so I know that everyone's always finding deals in different places. So if you want to share that as well, that would be so great to help out others who are looking to find deals on getting those larger prints and that they look amazing, that they look so good. I know when I've had some canvases printed of my modeling work back in the day, oh my gosh, I got some really great deals, but I had to have it shipped into me. So I had to just trust that they were going to do a good job. But man, the amount I spent was so little that it was like worth it. I was like, I can chance this and just see. And it came out so good that I can't wait to order more stuff through them once we have somewhere to put them, because we have nowhere to put them in our home. So the larger prints. That's the other thing. So with the larger prints, you can display them in your home once all of the wedding events are done and you've had the wedding itself. Now you can display all of those larger prints in your home, which is really, 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 really nice that you've already have like decor going straight into your home from all of the wedding events. And I think a lot of people don't think about that as well, that these are like pieces that literally get to adorn and decorate your home after. So if you've got a story, if you got, your love story, your wedding story, and you want to talk about the engagement photo shoot in specific and the pictures when you got them back, I want to hear from you. Send me an email at yourcontentcreator@yahoo.com. Let's get the conversation started. Let's record a video together. And then I am going to share it right here on your wedding series podcast. And guess what, lovebirds? You already know what I'm going to say. That's the end of the episode. I know. Don't you worry. I will be back again tomorrow, and we're talking about something really, really great. So I hope that you will join me, and I will see you then. Bye, lovebirds.
Lights, camera, action, baby, strike a pose. Phones and cameras out, just watch it all unfold. We're the stars of the show, ain't no need for filters. Living life through the lens, capturing our breath. Put away your phones and cameras, let the good times roll. Our content creators got it all under control. From weddings to events, parties, travel and brands, we're living the paparazzi life. It's all in our hands.
social media explosion.